unanimous in condemning the Soviet action and applying economic sanctions, which has not stopped the growing Soviet military presence along the West German frontier. NATO intelligence sources report a massive buildup of infantry and armored divisions along the Elbe River and extending all the way south to the Czech border, which the United States fears could seriously jeopardize the current round of strategic arms reduction talks. The Soviet ambassador declared the maneuvers to be the usual Warsaw Pact training exercises. Ambassador Shevrin told him that explanation was unacceptable and called the action provocative. Ambassador Karajan?
Provocative? You call us provocative? When your Americans have 260,000 soldiers and 7,000 nuclear weapons poised on the other side of our border.
Insistence on positioning medium-range Pershing-2s and cruise missiles in Europe has caused Great Britain to reevaluate its own nuclear commitment, scrub it all together if the Labour Party had its way. You see, the real fear is that when the chips are down and the red light's blinking, that the United States won't really want to sacrifice Chicago for Hamburg, as the saying goes.
Correspondent in Europe confirmed that according to NATO intelligence reports, as of this morning, there are now 3 Soviet tank divisions poised along the Fulda Gap. The United States issued a strong protest regarding the Soviet presence in an emergency session of the UN Security Council this morning.
This program to bring you a special report. East Germany tonight tightened its stranglehold on West Berlin by halting all air traffic in and out of Tegel and Tempelhof airports, severing the city's lifeline to the west. This action has been condemned by NATO foreign ministers as a blatant, unconscionable violation of international law. Tomorrow, Berlin time, that's 6 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, would be regarded as an act of war. Press Secretary David Towns reports that both sides are engaged in frank and earnest talks aimed at finding ways to diffuse the heightening crisis in Berlin.
My God, it's 1962 all over again. Cuban Missile Crisis. Didn't happen. It's not going to happen now.
Nah, people are crazy, but not that crazy.
Denial that the United States contemplated any unilateral military action in response to the deteriorating situation in East Germany. Press Secretary David Towns, speaking for the president, unequivocally stated the administration's support for the NATO Pact alliance.
NATO armored units have broken through the Helmstedt checkpoint into East Germany. And after heavy fighting are advancing under air support 2 miles along the E8 Bundesstrasse corridor past Marienborn toward Berlin. French news agency has received conflicting reports of East German resistance and heavy casualties.
I'm afraid to listen to the radio anymore.
Have you heard the latest? There is a rumor they're evacuating Moscow. Yeah. There are even people leaving Kansas City because of the missile fields. Now I ask you, where does one go from Kansas City? To the Yukon? To Tahiti? We are not talking about Hiroshima anymore. Hiroshima was peanuts.
What's going on? Do you understand what's going on in this world?
Yeah? Stupidity has a habit of getting its way.
What's going on? They say the Russians just invaded West Germany.
Three-pronged attack, spearheaded by rapid Soviet tank and artillery advances into the Fulda Gap. Having already captured NATO advanced positions along the West German border, the looming question is, how far will Warsaw Pact forces go? Will the Russians advance straight for the Rhine and defy NATO's declared policy of defense by all means, including the use of tactical nuclear weapons? The Defense Department today reported...
Fantasyland.
You think they're making this up? You think this is War of the Worlds or something?
Look, did we help the Czechs, the Hungarians, the Afghans, or the Poles? Well, we're not going to nuke the Russians to save the Germans. I mean, if you were talking oil in Saudi Arabia, then I'd be real worried.
No eyewitness accounts to substantiate the rumor that low kiloton-range nuclear weapons were detonated this morning during the conflict, resulting in the reported destruction of Wiesbaden and the outskirts of Frankfurt.
This is the emergency broadcast system. All persons in transit in the Kansas City metropolitan area are advised to proceed immediately to the municipal shelter facility in the community or township closest to your current location. While there is no immediate danger to the Kansas City area, the Federal Emergency Management Agency urges immediate steps to be taken in the event of a probable attack.
That 3 nuclear weapons in the low kiloton range were airburst this morning over advancing Soviet troops.
A nuclear bomb of undetermined strength has exploded at regional NATO military headquarters.
What's going on?
Those are Minuteman missiles.
Like a test, sort of. Like a warning?
They're on their way to Russia. They take about 30 minutes to reach their target. So do theirs.
At this time, ICBMs. Numerous ICBMs. Roger, understand. Over 300 missiles inbound now.